Hey guys, and welcome to There's a New Tank Available somehow in game, so here's a new video, woo! It's been a very long time since I've said that, hope you guys can forgive me for that, but here we go. A long-awaited tank review, and this case it is for the Epsilon, which is the April Battle Pass tank. And it's called the Epsilon Sagittarius with the camo, and the camo looks quite cool. The only problem with this tank is that it is based off the Nashorn, and I really hate the Nashorn. It's not a tank that I work well with, it's got no armor, it just doesn't really work for me in any way, shape or form. So basically the battles that I had in this went about as well as I expected if I were to drive the Nashorn, and this is actually a slightly better version of the Nashorn. So going over the stats, the Epsilon has a DPM of 2294, where the Nashorn has 2220. They both have a pen of 203 and an alpha of 220, but the rate of fire for the Epsilon is 1043, where the Nashorn has 1009, which means that the reload is 5.75 seconds for the Epsilon, where it is 5.95 for the Nashorn. It's nearly the same, slightly different. They both have a caliber of 88 and shell velocity of 1000 for the AP. They both have an aim time that is the same, dispersion is the same. Basically, Nashorn has slightly better dispersion while moving. And funnily enough, the Nashorn has better armor than the Epsilon. That being said, Nashorn doesn't have any armor either, so honestly I'm not sure if that really matters. The thing is, if you like the Nashorn, then you will love this Battle Pass tank, because it just seems to be a slightly better version of it, with a slightly better, better damage doing gun, but not actually having, it has actually like less armor, like I said. It's got a view range of 250, HP of 1000, and it basically, the Epsilon weighs slightly less than the Nashorn does. But overall, they're nearly the same, and yeah, like I said, this is not really, like, I will get the pass and I will get the tank, and that will be purely to add this to my collection, because so far I've had every single Battle Pass tank and every single Battle Pass camo. The thing is that, like most of them, they will collect dust in my garage. Like I said, if you like the Nashorn, then you will love this thing as well, because it's pretty much the same. But if you're like me and you like your tanks to be either a bit more mobile or a bit more troll in your armor, and not to say that the Nashorn isn't mobile, it is. The thing is, it's not mobile enough to deal with the complete lack of armor. When you're like me and you can't just sit at the back and just roast marshmallows and camp at the red line of the map and just hope to get a target somewhere, it doesn't work for me. The reason I showed those better results, by the way, is that little glowy lantern thing. I really like that. The thing is, like, graphically, I like this tank. Graphically, I like what I've seen leaks about the camouflage that come with the Battle Pass tank and everything. If you're a bit of a nerd like me, you will get the references in those camos, and that's bloody awesome, not gonna lie. But the thing is, value-wise, the Battle Pass is still the best thing you can get, especially if you can also get the license, because then there's a lot less stress about it, because you can do the missions whenever and you have an extra week unlocked and everything. So it's just easier. But when it comes to this tank, which is mainly like what the Battle Pass is about most, then yeah, I would not advise this pass. The thing is that with the camos and the gold and the free XP and everything, like I said, it's still the best value that you can get for your money generally. In this case, I'm being very forward because I just get bored when I sit at the back, and I don't think it's any surprise when you see that this is the same map that I had the last game on, and it's basically pure luck that everything goes as well as it does until it doesn't. But overall, it's just, I played quite a few games to get these half-decent games, and I say half-decent, I'm not even sure if that qualifies, because of the fact that I'm not comfortable in this tank, so my gameplay here is more luck than anything else. Pretty much, there are players that will absolutely love this tank, because they also love the Nashorn, and I've got a few in my clans that are not going to believe the things I'm saying in this review, but I don't like it. It's not mobile enough, the gun is not good enough, it doesn't do enough damage, it hasn't got enough armor, it's just, I'm not saying it needs all of that. The thing is that for me to enjoy the tank, it needs at least some of that. And there's just nothing there right now. But the tank, that's probably gonna be repeating myself. I've no idea how I've survived this. I've no idea how I've survived the last battle. That is luck more than anything. And yes, I am a decent player stats-wise and everything. Not in this tank, I'm not. I basically am just any game that I win here, especially when I'm not tuning and everything, which of course tank is not released yet, so I can't. But even then, it's pure luck that we've won in the games that I've been in, because I don't do the campy stuff. I don't roast marshmallows. I don't like sitting at the back here, and I've actually been so patient this game, much more than I would usually do, because all the mats here are literally just standing there. No one is spotting, and I know that like one sneeze in my general direction and I will be dead. So there is that as well, and I try to avoid that to have at least a half decent game to show you guys. But yeah, overall, tank-wise, definitely not my kind of thing. It does look awesome though, and you have that little lantern thing that keeps flying around. I've got more footage of that later on, because it does that in the garage as well, and it looks so nice. Now, to be completely honest, I am a bit of a nerd. Like, in 1977, basically, NASA launched the Voyager. And with the Voyager, they launched something called the Golden Disc. Now, with the Golden Disc, that's kind of like an LP with a recording of sounds from Earth. So it's like information about us, how we talk, how we sing. But there's also stuff engraved to it. It's a golden plate, hence the name Golden Disc. And one of the things that I've seen is that one of the camos in this battle pass is actually based on that. So like my inner space nerd is really happy with that, and I really want that camo. That for me would be a reason to get the battle pass, because let's face it, with the way I've been driving this and the way I've hated getting footage for this video, basically this could have been the first pass that I would not have tried to get, basically. But because of the camo, I will do my best and I will want it. And stuff like this, basically, I see a fellow Nasronian and I've actually, like, he kills me. I have no idea how that shot hit. My gun depression should not have been able to shoot him, but there we go. But yeah, it's that specific Golden Disc camo especially that has me hyped for this pass. This is the thing. I couldn't get it to work in the camo tab, which is why you're looking at my garage right now and seeing it. But it floats around like this, and it's just so cute. And I want to believe that is sort of like based on the Voyager kind of thing. Like all of this, when I heard that the name was Sagittarius, I actually thought that it would be based on like the horoscopes and everything, because Sagittarius is one of those. But then I saw this, and then I saw that little floaty thingy, I'm gonna call him Voyager, flying around, and then I was really curious about the camos, because I don't usually look them up beforehand. So seeing them now was actually really, really nice, because it actually made me hype for the battle pass itself. But I do admit that I played this tank entirely wrong, and it doesn't suit my playstyle in any way, shape or form. So it's just not a tank for me, and that doesn't mean that it's not going to be a tank for anyone else. So basically that's like the floaty thingy flying around. I shouldn't say driving there. This is the regular camo, well, not the regular camo, the camo that you get, but just like in a proper view. I couldn't get the floaty thingy to come. I actually clicked a few times and it didn't work. But still though, I like the way that the camo looks, and I like the little floaty thing. I like attachments like that. I'm not one for the realistic stuff, but I am for the space stuff, and I am a bit of a nerd, so I am really hyped about the Golden Disc camo, and I can't wait to have that. So for the first time in several long months, this is my little tank review. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and basically can forgive me for noobing out and for being away for so long. That's it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all later.